Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Coach Ben here with Svelte Training. So many people come up to me after my 100-pound weight loss and ask the same question. How do you get rid of your plateaus? And every single time I tell them the hard truth, it takes them by surprise. So in turn, I asked Svelte if I could make this video for you guys to talk about the things that I learned through my 9 years of transforming and share with you the key things that I found to help you with your transformation. So let's cover the basics of weight loss. What do you actually need to lose weight? What you need is a calorie deficit. What a calorie deficit is when your body is consuming less calories than you're outputting throughout the day. For example, if someone is going through their daily activities and they're burning 2,000 calories in the 24-hour window and eating an excessive amount of calories at 3,000 to 4,000, all those calories that they didn't use through the day is gonna be used to go into your fat storage. Because at the end of the day, we are animals, right? Meaning our body's gonna recognize, hey, we don't need to use this energy right now. Let's just put it in our storage so we can use it for a better time. Ideally, that makes sense, but socially and personally, it kind of sucks. So to eliminate that from happening, you can just eat your maintenance calories where you don't gain or lose any weight at all, or you subtract that 2,000 calories by 300 and now you're in a calorie deficit, where it's actually choosing, instead of storing that fat, to use that stored fat as energy instead, because that is what our bodies are designed to do. So how do you find the right calorie deficit? Everybody's body is different, you know what I'm saying? So the best way to actually find your calorie intake throughout the day is to just go on caloriecalculator.com or just search it up on Google. It's just gonna ask you basic information like how often do you exercise, what's your height, what's your weight, age, gender, so on and so forth, and it's gonna give you 3 numbers. It's gonna give you an extreme, a moderate, and a maintenance calorie intake. Now you wanna take that maintenance number and you wanna run with that number throughout the week. After a week has passed, if you've gained or lost any weight, then that's not your maintenance calorie. So you wanna be using that maintenance number as almost a baseline. So if you've gained a pound, you wanna be subtracting that maintenance by 200. Run it for a week, and if you didn't gain or lose any weight, then you found your maintenance, and vice versa for the opposite effect. So now that you're in a calorie deficit, what is the best thing that you can do activity-wise to help with your weight loss? Now, a lot of people will say that cardio is the way to go. You wanna be running and running and running every single day, but if you're a lot like me or just someone who doesn't like running and it takes so much energy just to jog for 5 minutes, then cardio might not be the answer. The real secret is just upping your activity. As for me and my transformation, I was a 300-pound nose guard in football. Running was not even in my vocabulary. So what I liked to do was weightlifting because I like to feel strong. If you just think about it logically, I would have passed out in 5 to 10 minutes of running, but I could go on for hours in the gym lifting weights and feeling strong. And that lifting weight and feeling strong thing is activity, and I'm doing that for 2 to 4 hours a day instead of doing cardio for 5 to 10 minutes where I'm passed out on the floor waiting for the trainer to give me some water. So when it comes down to what is the best thing to do to up my activity to burn more calories through the day, it comes down to what you truly enjoy to do and what your body is actually capable in performing. I would even tell some of my clients to go play basketball because they used to play basketball back in high school and they hated the weightlifting program I gave them and they hated to run, but they needed to up their activity. So I asked what they did. They would tell me about the sports that they did in high school and I would tell them to go out and play. And almost instantly, they just upped their activity level like crazy, found their passion again, and they were getting at least 2 to 3 hours of activity in without the gym, without a cardio machine. So at the end of the day, choose what you're comfortable with and what you know your body's capable of performing at a consistent level. Now, let's say that you're doing this for a while and you finally reach your plateau. You're wondering why your body isn't losing as much weight as it was before. Well, that comes with 2 things. 1, your body has changed. Even if you lost 20, 30, 10 pounds, your calorie intake has changed because your calorie intake is dependent on your weight. So when that weight drops, that number drops. And some people tend to forget that, but that's okay. All you have to do is just recalculate and go on from there. Another thing, and this is a very, very common thing I see in a lot of people that message me, is that they drop and tank their metabolism. After your body has been in survival mode for a really, really long time, it starts to slow down the organs and slows down almost all your systems in your body. Meaning you might still be losing weight and in a constant deficit, but instead of a pound a week or half a pound a week, you're only losing a fraction of that because your body is running at such a slow rate. So how do you speed this up? My favorite thing to tell people to do is to go on your maintenance and just go on a little bit of a surplus to about 200 to 300 calories. After you go back to your maintenance calories, your body is gonna reset and start to operate at a normal rate after about a week or two. Now you are in a surplus, yes, that's scary, but a 200 to 300 surplus isn't really gonna make you gain any weight at all. So after those 2 weeks are up, you go back to your maintenance calories till your weight finally neutralizes. And then you're able to go back into a deficit. This is what I like to call a metabolism reset. And another great thing to keep your metabolism at a stable rate is something called fasting. Fasting is something that I popularized a lot with my clients and something I preach to everyone who follows me on social media because it is the secret on how I got rid of all my fat. You see, when you're fasted, your body's not working off the calories that you consume, but it's working off the calories that are stored in your body. So how I use this to my advantage is I did something called OMAD. And what OMAD is 1 meal a day diet, where I got all my daily nutrients and all my daily macros in one meal. This doesn't mean just some, but any and all activity I was doing throughout the day was coming from the calories stored in my body and not the calories that I was consuming. I don't suggest people to hop on this OMAD diet immediately. It took a lot of training and actually knowing what I was putting in my body to perform properly, but looking into something like having an 8-hour eating window is something that I think is very optimal for weight loss. So with all this information, what's the conclusion about how to get over your plateau? The conclusion is that it takes time. You do have to be patient, okay? A lot of people get into this downward hill and this downward spiral of, oh, I'm losing so much weight, it's 1 pound a week, 2 pounds a week, 3 pounds a week, and it finally stops. Well, the truth of the matter is your body's changing, and with good times come hard struggles. You have to think about this like a cold pool, right? When you hop into a cold pool, you're in this downward trend of losing weight and you just are in this struggle of, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this to be over. Just get it done, just get it done, just get it done. And now you're at this plateau where you're stuck in this struggle, right? And you don't know what to do. Well, I'm telling you right now, you have to trust the process. As cliche as it is the biggest truth that I was ever told in my 100-pound weight loss. You have to embrace the struggle, embrace the cold water, and breathe. And then finally, after time and after patience and after discipline and perseverance of putting one foot forward in front of the other, you will finally become warm. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like videos like this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you have that notification bell on so you know the next time we upload a video like this, you'll be the first to know. Thank you guys so much and see you in the next one. Peace.